Welcome, podcast listeners. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. It is episode number 292 of the Fret Talk podcast. You are joined today by your hosts, Mr. Matt Quine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt. Yeah.
He did the thing. And we're joined also by, oh my gosh, it is Josh.
Wagwan.
Wagwan indeed. You are completely down with the kids. Completely.
It's definitely what the kids are saying.
I think he was throwing up gang signs. I don't know. I'm definitely past that point in my life now. Right, so it's episode number 292 of the Fret Talk podcast. How are we, gentlemen?
Better than you're doing at the moment.
Absolutely. I mean, that might be Patreon content there. But say the worst bit for the Patreon. I don't know. So gentlemen, we start these podcasts as we usually will by basking in our own glorious weeks. Who wants to start us off? What are we saying?
I'd say I probably should because I've got the shortest amount of things to talk about.
You want to bet? But yeah, carry on.
I didn't realise we're doing that sort of podcast this week. Longy. I haven't all done that much, to be honest, this week. I spent most of my weekend restringing all my guitars, which, when you have 4 guitars with Floyd Roses, is a pain in the backside.
Miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. However, I did make a sort of invention that made it all easier, and that was a piece of scrap aluminium, and then just being able to ram it underneath the bridge of the Floyd Rose, kept it flat, put all the strings on, and then, because I kept all the string gauges the same, literally as soon as I took it out from underneath, it leveled
perfectly
out.
balanced.
All the strings are in tune. Like, I had to do a tiny little bit of intonation just because, heat and things.
Yeah.
And they were all perfectly in tune. And I found out that one of my Chapmans does not have Chapman pickups in.
So what?
Which was fun, considering when I paid £275 for the guitar, and
you would very much expect that to be stock, wouldn't you, for that price?
Yeah, and the pickups that are in it were Damasio. I think it was a PAF Pro and a Tone Rider or whatever it's called.
Tone Zone.
Tone Zone, that's the one. Which probably cost more than the guitar's worth, maybe, for the set. I don't know. I don't really know Damasio's all that well.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about probably about 90 quid a pickup. So
okay,
you got most of the value of your guitar in just those pickups.
That's all right then. Which is weird because the last time I tried Damasio's was in an old LTD, like a lemon drop LTD, and I really didn't like the Damasio's. So I guess that, when we was talking last week about preferences to guitars,
yeah,
I just disproved that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which was a nice surprise. I am currently in the design process of my own signature stroke custom guitar strap with Richter.
Nice.
Which is going to be really nice. It's going to be black and red, which is like, I like black and red as a lot of my things give away. I have red guitar straps, red guitars, lots of black, so fun. It's going to be vegan leather with like a blood splat all over a black strap, and it's going to
irony.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realise that. That's coincidental.
I assume it's not real blood on the blood splat. Otherwise, it ruins the veganness.
No. Although Gary Holt has a signature on, and I think he does actually use his own blood with it.
Nice.
I think. I might be wrong.
If he's willingly giving up the blood, then that's still vegan friendly, surely.
Do you class him as an animal? Shred's like one.
Humans aren't animals. It's just whether I don't know. I don't know. I don't actually know the morals of vegans as to whether they think self mutilation, I guess.
And I'm really looking forward to that coming out. Hopefully, I should have one in the next couple of weeks.
Nice.
And I also am taking delivery of the new Redbeard Hairy Squid Fuzz.
Yeah.
Which I'm really looking forward to, because we tried out the guitar show and I liked it, even though it was through like the Cab M and didn't get a realistic idea of it. It had potential.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know how you get on with that, because...
Well, I'm sure that Mr. Budget Pedal Chap can borrow it for a couple of weeks and do some videos with it as well.
I'm pretty sure I can make that dream a reality.
So I'm really looking forward to being able to try it through with my rig. I'm going to shoot it out against the Honey Badger and a few other fuzzies, because it's obviously got the various clipping stages, so we can really push it through its paces.
Yeah.
And that's Josh's life update done.
Shit, man, that was record time, that was.
I said it's been really dull for me this week. So
I mean, really dull, but the fact that you're getting a brand new fuzz pedal, you're getting a signature strap, and you've managed to restring all of your Floyd Roses without killing someone is...
It's not bad going.
Yeah.
I mean, when you word it like that now.
That's it. I mean, you've managed to restring all your guitars in the time it's taken me to not restring the one Variax that I've got 5 sets of strings that I couldn't actually restring it with.
I wouldn't have to do it so much if I didn't have such corrosive sweat.
Coated is the way forward.
My problem.
Yeah,
coated is the way forward.
Yeah, but that's so much more expensive.
It's not.
Yeah, in the long run. I mean, I say in the long run. Actually, in the medium to short run.
Yeah, you will get 4 to 6 times more use out of the strings. So actually, they're cheaper. It's definitely the way forward.
I did used to use the D'Addario MYXLs, which were fantastic. But then as I started getting more guitars, when they were like 15 quid a pack, it was starting to become a little bit of a false. Yeah, it was starting to become a bit of a false economy.
Yeah, well, if you know there's like 1 or 2 guitars that you absolutely go to, you will mash through the strings. Get the expensive sets for those. Because there's like, I've got an entire rack full of guitars here. Absolutely no way am I filling those full of elixirs, because fuck that noise.
Yeah, no, to be fair, like I've got elixirs on 4 guitars, and the rest get whatever the cheap set in the local guitar shop or record store that sells guitar strings.
Yeah, this is the way. This is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah, because like, so there's like 15 quid a pack. So we were like 30, 60, 90, 120, one.
Elixirs are 30 quid a pack.
No, 15.
Yeah, so look,
they're not even that if you buy them at the right time.
Yeah, but like if we take that as like a base price, because it's nice and easy to like multiply, I'm talking probably about 200 quid's worth of strings just at the guitars that I can see at the moment.
Which, yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, no one wants to pay that. Whereas I've got a couple of packs up here, and then ta-da!
Yeah, I tend to buy them when they're 3 for £29.
There you go. So like a tenner a pack. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but even then, you're still talking 150 quid for the stuff that you're surrounded by.
Yeah, you are.
which is why, like I say, my main 4 guitars that I would gig with get elixirs, and everything else gets usually early ball super slinkies.
Yeah,
because that's generally what the record store that I get my cheap guitar strings for has in.
Yeah, I've still got a few packs of D'Addarios kicking about, like the balance tension and just the regular XLs.
Yeah.
So they go on whatever I need to change. And basically, it's just a Variex that gets the elixirs. So I've got like probably about 20 years worth of packs up there. So we're all good.
Well.
But yeah, I'll probably talk about what I've done this week. I released a video today that I did not even know was happening, which this seems like a common occurrence at the moment. It seems to happen more than it should.
Professional.
But hey ho, we is where we is. Yeah, it was a video about vibrato pedals. It was the last in the kind of the K-Line G Series pedal videos that I produced for Pedal Boys of Doom. And by this point, I think we've done all of them.
I believe so.
I think we've done all of them because Mikey released one last week as well, didn't he? On the was it the Parrot delay? It's a Python compressor. Okay, yeah, it was, wasn't it? So yeah, so we had that one released, and then this vibrato one. I think your Barnell one may still be to come. Don't know.
I'm not sure if I've even seen that one go live yet. So we may even I know I edited it and uploaded it as far as I was aware.
I mean that was edited before my vibrato one. I'm pretty sure it was. But what I did when I just recorded all of those videos, this is a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, by the way, listeners. When I edited them all, I spent like a good hour and a bit uploading them to YouTube and then just scheduling them 4 weeks set apart. So like you'll notice the release dates of all the videos are like perfectly spaced. And I was just like, yeah, those are my release dates. Here we go. Like work around those. So that's why I've like the last two of these videos I've just not paid attention to and been blindsided by the fact that they've come up.
They exist.
Yeah, it's come up on my Instagram. I've seen like the thumbnail that I created about like 2 months ago, and like shit, that's now live. Shit, let's go to it. So I had that experience. It's doing quite well actually. It was a 1 out of 10 last time I checked, which I mean you can't get much better than that. But this is within the first like hour and 15 minutes, so that will probably change because the appeal of vibrato pedals is not very widespread. So I imagine
they sound dreadful.
Yeah, I mean, for
how to make your guitar sound out of tune and weird.
Yeah, is your guitar playing sounding too good? Vibrato pedal. Yeah, so
it's not an effect for me, I must say.
Yeah, I think I addressed this in the video that it's one that is difficult to get right, and it like the two examples that I use are quite specific and quite tasteful. But yes, I can understand. It's very much like chorus that if it's overdone and overused,
yeah,
there's no coming back from it. Your guitar tone sucks. So I explain a little bit on how to use it, and that's what this video series was all about. It was like a crash course guide into how to use these type of pedals. So that's why I chose especially the tremolo and the vibrato, because those are ones that people often get wrong.
Might have to check this tremolo one out properly. You said like go and watch this, and I was in the middle of my dinner, so I just turned the sound off on my phone and watched it. But I'll have to go back and actually watch it in terms of like this is how you actually use vibrato pedals.
Yeah. There's
not make yourself feel sick.
Well, it's not tremolo, so it'll be fine.
I'm not promising anything there, Matt.
I'll just watch it on my phone rather than with headphones directly.
Yeah, definitely do that. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm extending a little bit of a challenge here to anyone who watches it. There is a song that I definitely took inspiration from. I basically used the chord progression of a song in this thing. It's a ZZ Top deep cut. I don't think anyone's gonna get it. But if you can, leave that as a comment in the video because I think it's a bit too deep of a cut for people to get. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to give you a little bit more of a clue here. It's early ZZ Top as well. Just because
nothing to me.
It's the best stuff. It's just the best stuff.
Fair.
Like I love ZZ. I mean, it's controversial, but I love them without the beards.
I don't think I've ever seen them without the beards.
Pre-beard ZZ Top is I like Pièce de Résistance.
Are there any of their big songs that were pre-beard?
No, absolutely not. Like
then I don't know anything about pre-beard.
Yeah, if you've ever heard ZZ Top, you've heard them recording with beards. So yeah, it's a pretty deep cut. But if you do know it, just drop it as a little in the comments because I want to know that I've reached someone who's into a ZZ Top as I am with that. But it's like a hidden little Easter egg. So I've done that. What else have I done? I've recorded a video as well. I've recorded a video that should be out this Friday, but probably won't. And that's because my old computer sucks. So I was in the group chat with our lovely Fret Talk boys here, Matt and Josh and Lee last night when I was trying to edit this video that I'd recorded. Bear in mind the video takes like at most 15 minutes to actually record. It took me about an hour and a half to get the computer to be in a state that it would record anything. Because it went into like a little boot loop cycle, updating and all of this. Managed to get it out of that. Managed to get recording. Then I went to edit the video. And it would take about 2 or 3 mouse clicks. And then the program would just go into like a loading, like a buffering kind of mode. And then about 5 minutes later, it would do the thing that you wanted it to do. So I was having to do these incremental changes, 5 minutes at a time. I mean, I got loads done on Pokemon.
I was going to say, sod that.
Yeah, it's very, very, very time consuming. So this might be the first week in about 3 years that the No Talk or Tone series does not get a video, like as a weekly thing. I know it is shock and gasp time. I'm hoping because I got message back off Lenovo, who are the company who make my good laptop, and they've said that they fixed my laptop. So hopefully, fingers crossed, if they can get it to me before Thursday night, I can edit the video and roll good. Fingers crossed.
Well, let's see what happens then.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. Maybe it'll come through, maybe it won't. I don't know. But if it doesn't come through, what I'll do is I'll release it as soon as I can. So I'll edit it and like release it maybe like on a Sunday, which would be
weird.
It'd be really strange, wouldn't it? But I'll see what I can do. I will tell you this because I've not told you what the video is yet, and I'm not going to tell you, but it is definitely worth it. Like the pedal, definitely worth it.
Fair.
Indeed. Right. It says restringing. That's not me. That's Josh. He did that. What did I do? Can't edit a video. Old laptop. Yeah. It's fine for editing a podcast. In fact, actually, last week you might notice the podcast was a little bit louder because I had to edit on my old laptop. And the like the effects chain presets that I've got for the old laptop slightly better optimized than they are on my newer laptop. So I mean, it's clearer. Like the newer laptop, I've made it so that the podcast audio is clearer, but it's like I squash a lot of the dynamic range on the old laptop, so it comes out that it's an actual louder recording. So let me know if any of you noticed that. I did. Because like, my car is set to like a certain volume for podcasts. And it was very loud this week. But there we go. Right. Matt, is there anything that you want to mention to us this week? There definitely is.
Well,
There definitely is. You bought some pedals.
I had some fun in the group chat today.
You did.
I planned this fun with Mr. Andrew Bimson, who is one of our podcast listeners.
Yes.
And he posted up that he was flogging some pedals, and I was like, oh, an AC tone. I've been looking for a cheap one of those for a while just because those big Joyo big box pedals, you always rave over them. And the AC tone is just going to be great for... I've also set up an audio interface basically on my desk for guitars, which is just my simplifier. At the moment, it's got the Messiah and the Hot Coals in it, but like, and a Hall of Fame for reverb. But like, to be able to throw the AC tone and have a Vox sound instead of the Marshall should be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I looked at that, and then I was like, I've never owned a DS1. Probably should own a DS1 at some point in my life if I'm going to be a guitarist.
You've decided at this point in your life you're going to commit to being a guitarist.
Yeah, so I messaged him and was like, oh yeah, I'll take the AC tone and the DS1, and we agreed a price. And he's like, oh, the perfect box to send this in. And he photoed the Kernan Ridge, and I was like, excellent, I know exactly what I'm doing when that arrives. So at 5 o'clock today when I got home, I messaged the group chat and I'm like, new pedal day, and took a photo of the Kernan Ridge box. And you guys are like, oh, Lee's going to be absolutely fucking hell after this.
Yeah, he won't shut up about this. He definitely...
And then I went, oh, because I'd mentioned that the Kernan Ridge would basically just be two drive sounds. I was like, oh yeah, there's two great drive sounds for a pedal board. It'll be fine for this before showing you the opened box.
Yeah. I mean, you got us absolutely hook, line and sinker with that one.
I was screenshotting it and sending it to Andy at the same time.
Just, like, amazing. Yeah. It was...
And I waited for everybody to read all the messages, and then I sent you a photo of an AC tone and then just post the S1.
I mean, to be fair...
I'd seen it, then, like, I'd seen the Kernan Ridge box, and then I was just... I think I was the first one that said, fuck's sake, Lee's not going to shut up after this. And then, like, I was cooking at the time, and then I seen another post, and I seen an AC tone and a DS1, and I was like, who's bought them? And then I looked at the picture, and then I scrolled up, and I was like...
Hang on a second, they're the same. That was top quality pranking there, Matt. Congratulations.
Yeah, so yeah, I've been having a bit of fun, but actually, like I say, I've used a DS1. My old teacher used to have one as kind of like, it's something we're talking about later, but he had solid state amps and distortion pedals because it's cheaper to run a solid state amp if you're teaching lots of people than it is to have loads of valve amps plugged in at a tiny little box room, which is where my lessons were. And he had a JC, I think 2 JC40s maybe, like jazz choruses, like small ones, which is fine for like teaching people theory and teaching people like improvisation and stuff.
Yeah,
you don't need cranked up valve amps for that.
I beg to differ.
I mean, everyone's going to have more fun, but not in a small box room that's maybe 2 meters by 3 meters.
Yeah, look, it's diminishing returns at that point, isn't it? Look, if everyone's running a really loud valve amp, not anyone's having any fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree. I agree with the logistics behind it. I don't agree with the result at the end.
Yeah, no, and like I say, it was fine enough, and it was just there for the purposes of learning, and there was a PA system so that you could play backing tracks and then play over them, and he'd do a bit to kind of demonstrate stuff. But yeah, so I have used the distortion. I'm just looking at the pedal, and it's just got distortion written on it, and I'm like, it's not called a distortion; it's called a DS1.
Yeah, I mean, it is called the distortion, but no one knows it as that. Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I thought I'd pick those up.
Yeah. Surprisingly good, actually. The DS1. I know in the past I have shat upon it at a great height. It's surprisingly versatile for a like very early distortion pedal. So, if you take some time to play with it, really dial it in, you'll get something good out of it that you like.
Yeah, and that's it. And like it gives me more options. So I want to leave my board as is, so that I like if I'm playing stuff at home, it gives me more options of things to run into my simplifier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is kind of nice to have. Like I do have a stack of drive pedals that's probably bigger than I should, but just add to it.
Yeah, yeah. What's better than a stack of drive pedals? More
bigger
drive pedals. Yeah. More. Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I've done that. I've like I say, set up this interface, and actually since doing that, what was that, about 10 days ago now? I think I've played guitar at home 6 nights. And bearing in mind, I think I'd probably played guitar at home 6 nights since I moved in here in September 2021. Probably a positive.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to fucking set up a pedal board, like find somewhere to fucking take everything out. So I've literally left the guitar in here, left everything plugged in. So I literally just have to turn the amp is actually on and plugged into the interface, but it's turned the volume's turned all the way around down, so there's no kind of like hiss or hum or anything.
Yeah,
and I can just turn the gain up on the interface and noodle away. And
away you go. Yeah,
I've not had any practice bass for a long time, so it's actually encouraged me to pick the guitar up for a change.
And isn't that what it's all about?
Yeah, and like one of the things I've been doing is finding out that Spotify is more than just you type in a song and listen to the song. Because I used to listen. The thing that got me into wanting to be a guitarist was the air guitar albums.
Yeah.
Alongside like Queen and stuff. And they're like people have created playlists of those old albums.
Nice.
And I've literally been like 14-year-old Matt playing along to the same albums that I was playing along to when I was first learning guitar. So
yeah,
it's been really good fun. I mean, what I'm learning is a lot of my music taste came from that, and there's a lot of crap on there.
Yeah, I mean, if those air guitar albums had taught me anything, and had like falsely taught me anything, is that "Owner of a Lonely Heart" by Yes is a way more important song than than we give it credit for. It's not at all. Like I heard it on those albums, and then that's it.
Yeah, and like there's a few songs like. I'm going to say something a little bit controversial here, and I'm sure it's going to get it in the neck. But Surfing with the Alien comes on, which is on the first CD of the first. Is it Surfing with the Alien? Is that the Satchon?
Yeah, the Satchon. Yeah.
And all I think of, God, you've sat in a fucking room and mathematically written this down and played it 8 million times before you recorded it, haven't you, you twat? Because fuck me, there's no soul in that song at all. At all. It's devoid of any feeling. It is literally a mathematical formula recorded.
I agree.
I'm out of words. I'm out of words. But
I can't
believe I'm saying it, but I agree with Matt.
It just like you've got some really iconic solos on that first thing. You've got things like All Right Now Free, where there's like very few notes, but there's a lot of feeling in there. You've got things like Smoke on the Water, where again, there's feeling and technique in there. And then you've just got and he's worked out a melody, and then he's gone over, and I can go up a third here and then a fifth here and then come down a second. And it's just absolutely he has, that meme with all the fucking mathematical formulas around that woman's head and she's really confused. He's the one who wrote all those fucking mathematical formulas. I hate it. I listen to it and I think it's so out of place on that album.
I'm going to apologise here to any Julia Roberts fans. Just that woman. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. But yeah, like if that comes on, and like I say, because I've been listening to that playlist over and over for the last few days, playing along with it. It just,
apart from when that song comes
that's
on.
when
when that song comes on, I get to lean forward and press the right key on my keyboard, and it skips it.
That's exercise, that is.
I've always preferred Steve Vai, because I feel like Steve Vai at least has some feeling with some of his songs. Not all of them, I'll be honest, but some of them.
And like I said.
Like Satch, out of all of the Shreddy boys, Satch is the one that has musicality. He's got the music. Look, there's melody behind a lot of his songs. I mean, there's some of them that are a bit of fucking wank, like that like shitty tapping song that he's just. It's like clean guitar with chorus, and it's like tapped chords and melody, and it's fucking horrendous. And any of the songs where he decides that he wants to sing, because Satch is really not a good singer. Look, Bad Moon or something like that. And there's another one. It's just like really, really horrendous generic blues. But there's some really, really soulful and really melodic Satch lines. It's not just
maybe there are, but there certainly fucking isn't in that song. Jesus.
Yeah, there's look. It doesn't get over the top wanky. A lot of Satch stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say like that's over the top wanky in terms of like shredding and like I'm all about technique, which is what I think of when I think about him. But you can tell that somebody has sat down and meticulously worked out exactly what goes. Like he's got a main melody, and then he's like, and to get between that note and that note, I can do this, this, and this, and that's the best way to get from here to here in this particular scale. And yeah, it's just a little bit not me.
Yeah. Even though I don't agree, I can understand where you're coming from. There's definitely you can hear the thought process going on, can't you? It's a lot less of the kind of the mystique and the mystery behind music.
Yeah, and like I say, when it's contrasted with other things that you could think, you literally could think, okay, there's a chord progression going on, and this is the first take of somebody's thoughts or feelings as they're playing over it, which you get on some of the other tracks. I know most of them probably aren't, but like they at least feel that way. Whereas this just feels like too thought out for me.
Apparently, Still Got the Blues by Gary Moore was the practice run before they pressed record. Like they said, oh yeah, just give it a practice, Gary. Press record, and went, yeah, no, don't worry, we're not recording. He absolutely blew it out the park, and they went, yeah, got the take. And he was like, what?
Yeah, but yeah, so like I say, I've been listening to fucking things that I listened to as a 14-year-old, trying to remember riffs from that have been in and out of my brain for 15, 16 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's been good fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't quite like every 14-year-old listening to women, girls. Maybe I was doing it wrong. Maybe I should have been listening to guitar.
Yeah.
So what were we saying? What were you listening to that was...
When I was 14, I didn't necessarily really have a huge interest in music, to be fair. It was kind of about a year later that I really suddenly did.
Ah.
Like when I was 13, 14, I didn't give two hoots.
Yeah, just whatever was on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've
actually no, tell a lie. I think it was a lot of wrestling themes when I was about that age.
Fucking love it, Jim Johnston of CFOs.
We've all been there, haven't we? Downloaded on Kazaa or fucking LimeWire, along with millions of fucking viruses as well. Having to reset your entire computer every 6 months because it's so riddled with viruses. But hey, the free music's worth it. So
once you'd imported it to iTunes, though, even when you restarted, you just have to re-download iTunes, and all the songs that you've downloaded without the viruses come back. So you just had to reset your laptop every 6 months. Yeah, we've all been there.
I mean, it's how I learned how to like do computers, basically.
How come Linkin Park in the end is a video file, and when you click on it,
yeah,
that's it. New Linkin Park.exe. Yeah, that sounds legit. Let's click that. Oh shit, my computer's gone black. Nice. Yeah, right. So, gentlemen, we've got a hot take. In fact, we've got a hot take from last week, which didn't go the way we expected. Now, did it, Josh? So,
I don't know what you're talking about.
The hot take from last week was Richie Zambora is better than Slash. And actually, people have said that Slash November Rains on Sambora's Parade in a ratio.
Although, to be fair, it wasn't as much as a clean sweep as I thought it was just going to be like 100%.
Yeah, no, it was a 2-to-1 ratio, and it was like 66 to 33. So that's not so bad. I think you take the moral high ground there, even though you don't take the victory.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll take that.
Cool. I'm sure I'd written down a hot take this week. Oh, I have. I've just written it in the wrong place. Do we know who posted this one in? Was just random Reddit user, this one?
Yeah, it was deleted Reddit user, so...
I mean, there's probably good reason for that.
Perfect.
Okay, so deleted Reddit user says, it doesn't matter if it's analog or digital. If it sounds good, it's good. And I think, are we going for just pedals with this one, or are we going the whole hog and going across the board? We're going pedals, amps, even guitars. Digital guitars? What? No, we'll do pedals. Go on, we'll stick to pedals. So it doesn't matter if it's analog or digital. If it sounds good, it's good. What are we saying?
I kind of agree with it. I've never given too much of a hoot about whether it's analog or digital. If I like how it sounds, I like how it sounds, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah, I think there are stipulations. For me, if it's a drive pedal, it needs to be really fucking good if it's digital. And I don't think I've heard digital drive that sounds quite as good as your standard transistors and diodes and op amps and shit. Like the actual analog, the real stuff. I know we're talking earlier about solid state amps not being the real stuff. The real stuff. Yeah. Like a real signal being amplified and pushed to its breaking point. Just hits different than an analog signal guessing at what a breaking circuit sounds like.
Yeah, like I would definitely tend to agree in terms of like drive pedals. The only digital ones that sound okay are like 500 quid. So I'm not ever going to bother with them. Like I've heard a couple of cheaper digital drives and I don't like them. So I won't bother again. And yes, I probably should give it a go at some point, but I also don't give a shit because there's enough drive pedals out there for me to stick with my opinions and know that I can get things that I like. And that gives me satisfaction inside to say I'm right, even if I'm wrong.
Yeah. And I think, look, from a pure value point of view as well, you'd be spending that like 500-600 quid on a decent sounding digital drive. Whereas you can get really good sounding analog drive for like 20 quid, 30 quid. So it's just the economy of scale there, isn't it? That you can get the good thing real cheap.
Yeah, and like you might have to buy 6 of them to get like the more versatile digital drives out there, but you can still get 6 pedals for cheaper than the digital drive itself. Like the what's the yellow Strymon called? Is it the
Sunset and the Riverside are the digital ones?
Yeah. So, like they sound fine in YouTube videos. I've never tried one. I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
Like,
and what
if it's the choice between that, that and a handmade pedal by somebody that I know and trust that is less money and sounds definitely better, then I'm going to go with the handmade analog drive pedal.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say the drive pedals that are built into things like the Helix and the Quad Cortex. I mean, you saw on the video that we did the 10-minute challenge Quad Cortex one, where I like run was it like a fuzz face or an Octavia or something into
fuzz face,
and it was just like pure and utter stank face because you were getting some beautiful tones. But yeah, like the standalone drive pedals, I would find it difficult to look for a digital one when there's perfectly fine analog ones available. Modulation and stuff like that can go either way because the TC tone print stuff pretty much universally digital, all sound great. Like, there's not one of them that I've tried that you go, oh, it's okay, but it's not quite. No, I would stand by each and every one of them. They sound fantastic. But then again, you can buy some really good, like analog budget pedals. Like the Moon Shaky Jimmy is one that's an absolutely perfect example. Like 30 quid for like a almost authentic Univibe clone. I know it uses LEDs instead of lamps, but you know, it's 30 quid. And it sounds really cool, and you get some really cool not 100% authentic Univibe tones, but you get something that's close enough for you to go, that's good. So
yeah, I think this, like, if I actually think about it, I say that I probably don't care about other effects, but if there was an effect that I actually wanted, like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to prefer the analog over the digital, even at modulation. Reverbs and delays, I think, are a little bit different because I think there are like
yeah, you can't really do them analog. I mean,
unless you're buying a
Game
spring.
Changer audio did.
Like, I mean, analog delay is a thing, but like analog reverb, like, unless you're plugging a fucking spring into your pedal board or a massive plate that you're going to hang behind your amp, like that, you're not going to get kind of the true analog. So I think reverbs are out of the question. Digital versus analog delay, they're almost different effects. So you're just going for whatever you're in the mood for. I tend to use analog delays, but I tend not to use much delay anyway. And actually, the delay on my board is a digital recreation of an analog delay, so I'm actually lying.
it's that, isn't it? Yeah. If you're going for an analog delay, it doesn't really matter if you're using a digital version of that because it sounds fine anyway. You know,
yeah,
we're all good.
So I think with delays and reverbs, absolutely it doesn't matter. And actually, digital is probably easier. Everything else, I think I'm probably gonna choose analog every time if I can, and that's if I care about the sound, like, because I've got the Analog Man chorus because it just sounds better than anything else I can get. Whereas, like, I don't care about phase or flange or tremolo really, so an M5 is good enough that it does the sound close enough that none of the crowd's going to matter, and I don't really care too much how it sounds.
Yeah, and that, so like the actual wording of the thing is, if it's good, like if it sounds good, it is good. Whereas your thought process beyond that is that actually, if I care enough,
if I care enough, I'm going analog, and if I don't, I'll happily have a digital.
That's it. If I care enough, it's good enough, no matter what it is. It don't matter. Like, so, yeah, I think I kind of sit in that side of the argument as well. Is that given the choice, I'm going for analog. I mean, to a certain point, like your reverb again, I could buy an analog reverb. I could buy a tape delay, like one of those Dan Electro Tape Kings or whatever it was. Or there was another one as well, weren't there? The T-Rex Replicator was the one.
Yeah.
I could buy those. The amount that I enjoy reverb and delay is not that much. So, so it's like cost versus reward, isn't it? I don't care. £700 worth of reverb. I don't care that much.
Yep.
Whereas I care 30 quid's worth of phaser. Like, we're all good. So yeah, I think there's a cut-off point there, isn't there, for each of them. So I think the statement is both true and untrue. Which is the perfect place for these hot takes to sit. So the hot take, just as a recap, is doesn't matter if it's analog or digital. If it sounds good, it is good. And that was by deleted Reddit user. So there may be a poll in the podcast group when this releases.
I have a feeling like we've had, like, you know, some little bits of divisive conversations before on pedal boards of doing this is going to fucking blow everything apart.
Yeah.
There's going to be so many boomers that are going to stick to one sort of thing, and
Oh yeah.
will swear by another. It's going to get feisty.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be people dying on those hills, isn't there? On either side of the camp.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? Let it happen. So a lot of the argument that we get against these hot takes, people who don't actually listen to us argue the hot takes
Talk about it
and see how little we actually take it seriously. Because
that's half the fun, though. It's the people who think we actually think these things.
Yeah, think we care. No, it's a bit of fun, as is a lot of this. Like we were talking before the podcast, like guitarists are fucking stupid. Like we've decided that certain pedals are worth a lot of money on some arbitrary rules. It's ridiculous. But we'll talk a little bit about that later. Let's officially wrap up this hot take. So it'll be in a poll in the podcast group. That's Fret Talk Podcast. If you are not part of it already, I think you all are. So definitely check back with that one. I will try and be punctual with my polling this week. Winky, winky. Indeed. Right, so we've got some news. It's kind of pre-NAMM stuff at the moment. It's looking like we've got about 10 minutes to do it. We've prattled on a little bit more than usual. I did want to talk about the Bad Monkey though. We've already hinted at it. Let's do it. Come on. So JHS, I think before last week's podcast, and we mentioned a little bit of the hype on last week's podcast, but we'll talk about it proper. We'll weigh in on the conversation now that it's kind of cooled down. Just it's hot to the touch, but it's not so hot that you'll burn yourself on it. So it's okay to pick up and run with.
Funny enough, we just had a text off our Lee saying he wishes he was here because he says, you may add that I am not a fan of JHS. So that's Lee's opinion on this argument.
Well, there you go.
We haven't even started it.
There you go. Okay. So we're already kicked off to a good start. So JHS, so to kind of round it all up and give it an official mention, JHS released a video. I can't remember the title of it, but it was basically saying like the Bad Monkey versus everything. And just based on that title alone and like the thumbnail where it's like the Bad Monkey and then the picture of a clown and like a picture of I can't remember what other pedals there were, but it riled some people up. It riled some people up real good. Like the backlash of this, I think, was that people didn't watch the video, but saw the fact that JHS had done a video about the Bad Monkey and went, it's now instantly worth loads of money. So there was a little bit of a hype train going on that people then instantly put their Bad Monkey pedals up for like $600-$700 on Reverb. And that then started throwing fuel onto an already raging fire, didn't it?
I think hype train is like an underestimation. I think it's more like hype bullet train.
Yeah, choo motherfuckers. This train has definitely.
This train is not stopping.
Yeah. So
I mean, the first thing I saw of it was him saying to all those people who say I've made this pedal really expensive, like you've had 30 years to buy one. You clearly didn't care about it. You clearly don't want to buy one at the new price either. So stop whinging. And I kind of like that was like what the fuck has gone on here? And then I just at the same time scrolled through my Facebook and just saw like 55 different memes of the Bad Monkey, and I was just like, oh great, this is going to be a fun week. And it's just it's still going, and I just don't care.
Everywhere, it's absolutely everywhere.
It's dying down a bit, so that's quite cool. I'm going to have to thank Josh Scott, actually, because I then released a YouTube short on my channel with the Bad Monkey in it because I've done a shootout video. some many months ago. So I thought, you know what? Let's see if people are searching for this, and it's now at like 2,000 views. So thanks, Josh.
Wee.
So that was cool. But yeah, like I think there's a lot of people really, really ready to react to something before they actually get all of the information. I know it's hard to believe in this day and age that people don't keep themselves informed before reacting.
Jumping to conclusions on the internet? No,
I know,
surely not.
Unprecedented. Fuck's sake. Yeah, but it's basically that, isn't it? It's people jumping at the first conclusion even before watching the video. So I was ready to do that. I was ready to kind of condemn the thing and judge the whole experience based on my first preconceived ideas. But then I thought, you know what? I'm going to watch the video and see what's what. And it's a really funny video. There's no way you would have watched that video and thought Josh Scott's really trying to like rise the prices of these pedals. Like, it's also very tongue in cheek. He's like taking the piss out of the fact that you can get some of the tones out of these like boutique, like heralded pedals, like the Clan.
Can we just not say it for what I'm going to say? Can we not just literally say it for what it is and say he's comparing it to the Clan?
No, he does that for a little bit. He does it with the full tone, full drive, the original release of it. There's another 2 pedals as well, I believe.
TS10.
Yeah.
ODR1.
Yeah, the Nobles ODR as well, yeah. So he's doing it all in all of these like different scenarios, all in very, very similar settings. So they all sound like you could compare the Nobles to the Clan, and I don't think there'd be much in it in the way that he set it. You could compare the full drive to the Nobles and so on and so forth.
It's the Spider-Man meme in guitar pedals.
Oh, yeah, very much is. Like, they're all... But it's like this low-gain drive pedal that's got a little bit of a mid-hump sounds a bit like this low-gain drive pedal that's got a little bit of a mid-hump. You're like, of course it fucking does. There are only so many frequencies in the world, and if you EQ it enough, of course it's going to sound the same.
Do you know what he really needs to do? He really needs to print off a load of pictures of Bad Monkeys, stick them on that shelf that he has as his background, do another video like he's got loads of them and he's trying to flog them.
Like in the video, he shows off like the 6 different versions of the Bad Monkey that he's got. Like, he's got the old zinc alloy enclosure, which is really fucking heavy. And then like the later aluminium one, and then the Chinese one, and then the Chinese second one, which is in a slightly greener enclosure. So he's showing off all like these different versions of the Bad Monkey that he's bought, because like he's a big fan of that specific series of Digitech, and quite rightly so. I mean, I've got 2 of the Screaming Blues pedals, which I've got like the heavy one and the light one as well. I've got the Bad Monkey. I used to have the Hot Head as well. They're really good pedals. They're like versions of classic pedals, but with better EQs. Of course, they're going to be good. Of course.
Yeah.
But like at no point in it is he going like, this is a pedal that you should all want to buy. It's really tongue in cheek, and it's like really kind of stupid fun. And if you would have watched the video, pointing this to the proverbial you, the yous who are out on the internet who are saying, oh, this guy's only trying to push up the value of Bad Monkey pedals. He's not. He's basically pissing about with his mates on a Friday afternoon, making a video because he kind of likes the Bad Monkey. And he's done it with like the Behringer pedals. People moan at him for the fact that you can't buy Behringer pedals for a tenner anymore, because suddenly like they're the best pedals ever because Josh Scott has said that they're good. They were always that. They were always available. They always sounded like they sounded before that video. Just no one cares. And he put that thing out, didn't he? Saying like you've had the 19 years to buy them and no one cared. And he said something like, if you start choosing guitar pedals on what your ears tell you rather than what people perceive as valuable, then you're going to have a better time, basically.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm not a big fan of the guy. I find his videos annoying, but everything he said in that post is completely true. Stop listening to what other people say is good gear and just try whatever you want. Try anything, and if you like it and somebody else doesn't, that doesn't mean you're wrong and they're wrong. Just means you've got a different taste in guitar sound, and guess what? You probably play a different guitar and a different amp to them anyway. So
yeah.
it don't matter.
I mean, I've just noticed that we're telling people not to listen to people talk about guitar stuff.
Oh, are we editing this bit out?
We probably need to edit this out because this is a whole thing, isn't it? cut.
Yeah, if we had an actual like creative director, they'd be in the background going like,
yeah, stop. they would have just muted all of our microphones and gone to commercial break, wouldn't they?
They've muted CM Punk's microphone again. Oh, what a surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So, I mean, that is what that is, isn't it? Basically, like, there was a big backlash. There's a big spike in the value of the Bad Monkey. I was tempted to put mine up and see if anyone would buy it. But actually, I quite like owning a Bad Monkey. Mine's got googly eyes as well, so clearly worth more. Right, let's have a little bit of a chat. We've got a couple of minutes. Let's have a chat about some of the pre-NAMM stuff. Gibson, Billy Joe, Armstrong, Les Paul Jr. This is something that people want. They want Les Paul Juniors. They want Billy Joe Armstrong stuff. So, yay. It's basically a student guitar, isn't it? It's like the old Gibson student guitars, the Les Paul Jr. It's really basic finish. I think they've brought it out in two finishes. There's like a black, like it's ebony.
Black and white.
Yeah, basically, like it's like a slightly transparent whitey colour, and then the black one is like midnight ebony or something like that. But yeah, basically black and white. The white one has got a black guard. The black one has got like a leopard printy guard, and they come in possibly one of the coolest cases ever. It's like the really old angular 80s Gibson cases, but in like day glow pink. So it's like really, really vibrant.
I mean, yeah, I absolutely want that guitar case. Sorry, I've just seen one.
Yeah, then you
I
open
absolutely
it up.
want the case.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably where most of the value is coming from with this one. So on the inside, it's like leopard print finish, really cool. So the specs of it, it's basically your standard Les Paul Jr. mahogany body, mahogany neck, sidewinder P90, which is hum cancelling, so it's like stacked single coil. Obviously, not getting the true P90 tone, but you are bucking the hum without it like being parallel coils, so that you're getting a humbucking tone as well. So you'll get somewhere like most of the way to a P90 tone without it feeding back like a motherfucker. This is a little bit on the pricey side, shall we say? It's so in dollars it's $2,200 pretty much.
Yeah. And
then over in the UK it's a little bit more. I think like euros it's 2,499, so it'll probably be somewhere in the middle for us in the UK. That is a lot of money for what is a Les Paul Jr.
A single pickup.
Yeah. Like
Les Paul.
Yeah.
I assume it's not an art top, so it'll be a flat top, so it's all mahogany, so there's no cap on it, so there's no fucking work that's gone into this. It's got this shitty bridge that you can't intonate.
Yeah, I mean, if they're made right, you don't need to intonate them.
I know you don't, but like still, like there's no adjustability there. There's no justification for a $2,500 price for this guitar. Like, if I asked the luthier to build that and they came back at $2,500, I'd ask them why.
Yeah,
and they'd be hand making it.
You'd be laughing them out of the room.
Yes. So I just don't understand the price. The article that I was reading was saying that the last Gibson one, Billy Joe Armstrong's, was a single pickup guitar, 2018, and it was $1,400.
Yeah.
So it's gone up like 60% in 5 years.
For a single pickup guitar, $1,400. It's still a lot, but because it's an artist signature, you go kind of checks out.
Kind of understand it.
Yeah, kind of checks out. Because like the non-artist version, you'd go for should be about $600-700 now, maybe.
I mean, like, as much as we want that to be the case, it's got Gibson on the headstock, so it's not going under $1,000 anymore, is it? Really?
Yeah. I mean, it should be.
It should. I mean, yeah. It reminds. I mean, it's probably not been in the lineup for about 6 years now, but it reminds me of the Studio Fadeds. Do you remember them?
I do.
The like shit brown finish.
Yeah, they were always really bad colours, weren't they?
They were terrible colours, but like they were the same specs as the Studio, but half the price. Basically,
yeah,
just with bad colours.
Yeah, it's because you had to put up with the fact that it looked shit.
But they don't do them anymore. And like we were talking about, is it the traditional, the bottom of the range one?
Yeah, tributes is
I can't. Yeah, there's too fucking many T's in that bloody lineup. I think there's 3, but yeah.
Somebody in our group was like, "Yo, you need to grab on that. That's like, what is it, Epiphone money?" And I was just like,
"Yeah, the brand new for like, £200 more, probably not worth it."
Yeah, no. I'd be really hard pressed to pay anything over like $600 for a Les Paul that isn't bound. No, it hasn't got multiple bindings. I know I'm never going to get
the only reason like people will buy, like, said, I guess it's been like my biggest gripe with an Epiphone. I would happily have an Epiphone, just bin the fucking headstock. Like, I can't deal with the headstock. That's Epiphone is there for people that want a Les Paul but aren't headstock snobs.
A headless Les Paul.
Can you imagine? Yeah, and you'd never break it.
You would,
like, you know,
it'd have a really weak neck though. They'd break it like the 3rd fret.
And you know, it's.
The other thing about Epiphones is they've got like 9 mil of fucking gloss over the guitar, and it just feels horrible under your fingers. I never had a Epiphone that I've got on with. I don't know what they do with their finish, but it's like the really cheap. Like my Pink Affinity Strat has got like, 4 mil of fucking clear varnish over the top of the finish. And all Epiphones that I've ever had have got the same amount of fucking finish on them. They just feel horrible under your fucking arm and your hand, and just, I can't be doing with Epiphones.
Yeah, so I think the reason for that is because the woods that they use for the Epiphones is shit wood. So they don't want any of that wood tone getting out. So
they choked it as much as they possibly
seal
can.
It in, yeah. Seal it in with fucking 4 millimeter of basically plastic.
But yeah, the choking the tone out so much when they've got the wood out in the workshops in Korea or Indonesia. It's going harder, daddy.
Oi. Suppose that's Patreon talk right there.
But yeah, no, like, I would buy a vintage over an Epiphone.
Yeah.
Even now, and I know they've got quality issues that are worse than they used to be, but I'd still go for a vintage over an Epiphone.
I had a really good Epi.
Greco or Orville.
Oh yes, but then you talk like with the good quality ones. You're talking actual Gibson money now. You're talking like upwards of a
Some of them, though, you can still find a half decent Greco for about 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Which I would pay for.
Yeah, I mean, because it's got the headstock, hasn't it? It doesn't have the Gibson logo, but it's got a decent headstock on it. I had a really good Epi, actually. I used to run an Epi Les Paul, but it was like a Korean Epi Les Paul. And that was my gigging guitar for probably about 3-4 years. It was really good. Like, it was like the body and the neck were Epiphone. Everything else on it was changed.
Yeah.
But it was a really good guitar. I miss that. I actually gave it to the guy who I bought the Gibson off, because I felt bad that I'd bought his Les Paul for such a cheap price. So I ended up giving him my Epi. But yeah, there are good Epis out there. We'll do one last little bit of news and then we'll wrap it. And I want to talk about the Black Star debut series. Because even though I try not to admit it, I am still a Black Star fanboy at heart. I roll deep, and Black Star are in there for me. So Black Star, they've released the debut series. Is it
because they're made round the corner from you?
They're made in Milton Keynes, aren't they?
It's basically fucking Birmingham, innit?
Milton Keynes is
the Midlands.
Definitely
the Midlands is the Midlands.
How dare you class Milton Keynes as the Midlands? Jesus Christ, that's the biggest.
They class themselves as the Midlands.
Okay, you're like up there in the Isle of Man. You're basically fucking Ireland. There you go.
I mean, we get that all the fucking time.
Now, gentlemen. I think we can all agree that Milton Keynes is not
offended.
It's not in the middle. Right, so Black Star, yeah. The debut series is a 50 watt amplifier that has a discrete MOSFET preamp design. And what that means in less technical to it, I mean, thank you to Simon from JSA telling me what discrete MOSFET means. Basically means that it's not integrated circuits, it's not chips, it's run using actual components. But MOSFET preamp basically means it's a solid state amp. They're bringing back solid state amps. Because it went really well in the late 70s and early 80s, didn't it? Where they phased out tube amplifiers altogether, and we're all running solid state.
Yeah.
Hang on a sec.
We've all got the JC120 and the other nondescript company.
Yeah. Is it like Magnatone or something like that?
No, they've got valve amps.
Hello. But yeah, so it didn't work so well in the 70s. Maybe technology has come along since, and it's all good. So it's basically like a really simple amp. So it's not going down the same route as like the ID core and the ID TVP stuff, where it was all kind of digital modeling and then amplified by Class D power section. It is a like true solid state amplifier. So it's all done using, like, it's all amplified through components rather than digital means. It's got like your standard EQ and has got the ISF control, which is your Black Star's signature control, like the American to British. It's like a mid-range tilt control. Yeah. So it does that. It's got a plate / hall reverb. So it's on like a little button thing. You can have plate or hall reverb. I think they've missed a trick by combining the two to make plol.
Plol reverb.
Yeah, plol reverb. Like that's.
Yeah, but it goes so muddy that plol reverb. It just washes your tone out completely if you select the plol mode.
I think then it would be like the shoegaze amplifier of the year, wouldn't it? Plol mode for the win. Can we get this in just the pedal, please? So yeah, they do. It does that. They come in. To be fair, like the finishes that they come in are really, really pretty cool. There's like a tan finished one with an oxblood grill, and then there's a black one with a tan grill. So they look really cool. And as much as we're shitting on the fact that they are solid state amps being released in 2023, they're at the right price. I think this is the right price for them. They're like €229. So maybe we might be talking 199 UK British pounds. That's okay. That is okay. I think for a 50-watt solid state amplifier, you could gig that. So like small clubs.
I'd rather just buy a Seymour Duncan power stage and go direct with a few effects pedals.
I mean, that's an option too. But for like your like starting out guitarists who don't want to buy a Marshall MG because they're still available, I believe. Yeah, why would you? So yeah, it's an option. It's a slightly. It seems like on paper, it seems like it's slightly more advanced than the kind of shit we were playing when we first started playing. Like,
is this trying to fight the Katana but with less effects?
Yeah, just like a simplified version. Yeah, I think the Katanas are a bit more expensive, aren't they?
I think the 50 watts £200.
Is it?
Well, it used to be. I mean, I'm going back to when they were first released, so they might be £700 now. I haven't got a fucking clue.
If they go on Gibson pricing, then
they're probably £4,000 by about now.
Yeah, but yeah, I think they're not solid state, are they? They're digital modeling with a solid state feeling power section.
I mean, you're just saying words at me at this point. I think so.
I mean, I've been doing that for the entire night.
Yeah, no, they're £250, so they're a little bit more expensive. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they were like modeling, but not modeling. I think was the kind of thing about the Katana. It's like it's not actually modeling, but it's modeling.
Yeah, I think because
I never got what they meant.
They released the thing afterwards, didn't they? The next tone, which was supposed to be like the solid state, like not actual modeling, because it was like 3 or 4 different like circuits built into the amp that were like solid state circuits.
Yeah, they were much more expensive, though, weren't they? They were like £800 or something.
They were. So potentially, if this does that, a lot more simple, because it's basically one channel or maybe like one channel and a drive channel. But it could, like, it all depends on how good they sound, though, doesn't it? It all depends. Yeah. So maybe it's like it's standing up against like the Orange Crush and stuff like that. Good move for Black Star. Is it gonna change the world? It's probably not.
No, I mean, did the Orange Crush change the world?
No.
I mean, the Katana got a lot of hype online.
Katana fucking did, didn't it? Like it made people.
It got a lot of hype online. Great. I've never seen anybody use one live.
I had to at one point. It was fucking horrible. But there we go. Meow. I'll put away my handbag. Thank you very much.
I mean, like I say, I don't think this is going to do anything really.
No.
Like, the Black Star are not all of a sudden going to stop making the HT series and is it the Artist? Is that them? Do they do the Artist?
They do the Artist, yeah.
And they've got another one as well. They had the really lightweight valve amp that they released last year that we forgot existed when we did guitar stuff of the Annam.
Yeah, we probably should have chosen that, shouldn't we? It was like the St. James or something like that.
Yes. Yeah. And that was chosen.
We should have named after a football ground in Newcastle.
And Exeter.
St. James's Park.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, it might have been. I don't know how into their foosball these Black Star people are. But apparently they're supposed to be really good, the St. James's. So,
I mean, I didn't even know they existed until they won a different company or a different podcast's copy of our guitar stuff of the Annam that we came up with first, definitely.
Yeah, a rival podcast. Damn those guys.
Yeah, I didn't even know they existed. Did we talk about them when they were released last year?
I don't think we even did that. Maybe we'll swing back round to them. We'll do like a year retrospective on the St. James amplifiers.
We're never going to talk about it again.
Well, yeah. Once people have stopped caring about them. I don't know. They seemed cool. I may try and find a guitar shop to try one out. See if there's one. Who knows? But anyway, that's the end of the podcast for this week. Because there's only so much you can talk about solid state amps, isn't there?
There is. There is one thing that I just want to say. So, Milton Keynes see their footballing rivals as Peterborough, who are 67 miles away from them, and Birmingham is 70 miles away from Milton Keynes, and therefore you are the same place as Milton Keynes.
What?
Yeah, but we are West Midlands. That's Northamptonshire.
It's the same thing.
I mean,
all I'm saying is, if if Milton Keynes see their close rivals as Peterborough, who are 3 miles further away than Birmingham, Milton Keynes is basically Birmingham.
Not really. Look, our local amp maker is Laney, and that's a fact. Laney are on the doorstep. But anyway, it's a podcast. So, big thank you to our viewers, our listeners, and a massive, super big, sexy thank you to our Patreon backers for as little as $2 a month. Well, hey, indeed. I like that enthusiasm. We'll keep that. For as little as $2 a month, you can be part of that super amazing crew. They are as follows. We've got Mr. Andrew Bimpson of Rising of the Lights, who this week has released a little something, so check it out. We've got, that's really throwing me off, that. We've got Mr. Doug Chris of 37 Effects, of Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and the Just Surprise Me podcast. We have got Mr. Hugh G. Rection. We have got Mr. Ben Fletcher of the Fletcher Pickups. We've got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jokes podcast, of the Second Button podcast, and of Off the Rails podcast with the A-Train. We have got, finally, Mr. Ross Philpotts. Booyah! That is a list of Patreon people. They are cool. You can be part of that crew too. $2 a month is all it takes. That is about a third of a cup of Starbucks, I believe. So, there you go. Which is better for the environment? A third of the cup of Starbucks, or all of the electricity that we waste here week on. I'm really talking myself out of this, aren't I? No.
Oh, to be fair, I think we're probably still less damaging to the environment than Starbucks. So
yeah, and on all of the payments that we get, we pay our taxes. So Starbucks,
allegedly.
Yeah.
Wait, do we allegedly pay our? Did I just say we allegedly pay our taxes?
Yeah, I mean, we're not at a threshold at the moment that taxes are so much of an issue. Just going to throw that one out there. But hey, right. So if you want to catch me online, I am BudgetPedalChap. You can find me at Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. YouTube is, of course, the home to the No Talk or Tone series, which this week might feature a video. It might do. Fingers crossed. Please, God, let it happen. Matt, where can we find you?
You can find me at heel_MattQ on Facebook and Instagram. Not Facebook. Twitter and Instagram.
Try and find him on Facebook.
I mean, if you type heel_MattQ in a Facebook, I don't know whether anything comes up. I've never tried it.
Yeah, give us a go and report your findings.
Yeah, let me know next week.
And Josh, where can we find you?
You can find me at the Corona Mortis on Instagram and Josh Castle TCM on the YouTube.
Whoop. That we can indeed. So, from myself, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, from, oh my gosh, it is Josh, from Mr. Matt Quine. Say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Yeah! It will be a tatty bye, and good night for this week.
Bye.
Bye. I just joined a dating website for arsonists. They send me new matches every week.
Oh, for God's sake.
That's what we're after.